I've started to notice something about my attention over the last few years. Even when I'm in my studio trying to draw or paint, I still find myself reaching for my phone, checking emails and checking the news, and checking things that honestly just make my brain feel worse. Which is odd because the whole reason I started nature journaling 10 years ago was to get away from screens. And it still works, at least for a little while. So in this video, I want to share the one small practice that still helps me slow down my brain and get my attention back outside. There's a whole bunch of things that I've tried to do to really kind of deal with this. So I've got two phones. I've got this one and this one. And this one is my personal phone. It doesn't have my emails and it doesn't have any social media on that one. And then I have this one, which is my work phone. And that one does have the social media. It has my emails on it. And so I'm kind of working on trying to keep the two parts of my life separate so I can go out somewhere. And if I only have my first phone, this phone with me, there's no way that I can get all tangled up into social media or emails because I literally do not have them on here. And another thing, I have a minimal layout on my phone. It's just black and there's like these apps. They are literally just a list of apps. I don't have the pretty pictures and I don't have any notifications switched on either phone. So it can't kind of bug me, it can't bug me. It's all switched off. And there's things that you can set up on your phone like delays and hidden apps and stuff. I will bypass anything to get that quick look at my emails. And I don't know, is this something that you have a problem with as well? I think it varies what it is that hits you from person to person, as well as the emails. For me, it's also the news services. It's doom scrolling for me in terms of looking for news articles that I know are going to upset me on topics that I'm invested in. And I know I'm going to have a problem with when I find it. And it's almost like I'm kind of feel like I'm looking to upset my own mood. And also it's the emails. I just cannot get off my emails. And how many times have you kind of picked up your phone wanting to do one thing, seen that there's a notification or something from another app, gone into that app, forgotten what it was you wanted to do in the first place, put your phone down, and then you pick it up again because you've remembered what it was you wanted to do in the first place. And sometimes this cycle just goes on and on. I think internet use when I was younger, it was a lot more intentional. I was going online to do a thing, whereas now it's kind of, you go online because you're bored and you want constant stimulation and entertainment all the time. And I find that that's a bit of a problem. I think that boredom and moments of just not much going on are so incredibly good for us. And that's actually why I started nature journaling in the first place, because I wanted to find moments of time that were being carved out just for being in a place and noticing and actually just being part of the landscape. As much as a tree is part of the landscape, a person can be, who can sit in a place and get involved in everything that's happening in that particular location. And there's something so beautiful about that kind of slowing down, noticing and enjoying being outside and creating something. And so I carved out time for nature journaling in my schedule to try and get rid of some of these problems of the having the phone and having the constant distraction. The only thing I've found that reliably interrupts that cycle is a small practice I've been doing for years: nature journaling. And the exercise that I come back to most often is incredibly simple. The first thing you need to actually start is just a sketchbook. This is my little sketchbook that I use outside. The second thing you need is just a pencil. And what I'd like you to do is to go outside to one location and to sit there for at least 15 minutes in one place with this book. Now, what I tend to do when I go outside, and I call this the what else is here exercise. The what else is here exercise is to go to that place to sit, to notice, and to start jotting down or sketching everything you notice within the time of about 15 minutes. So the idea is you go, what is here when you first, what drew you to this particular location? What is the thing that made you sit in this place, and get that down? What else is here? Here's a few more things. And it's kind of a running creative meditation. And I can show you a couple of examples in here. This is a page of quick bird sketches that was done outside. This is a what else is here, in which I'm just constantly drawing the motion of birds as quickly as possible. And you can see here, it's not really about making a pretty page or making anything that's particularly interesting or exciting to look at. What it will do though, is it will really focus in on you actually noticing what is around you and really kind of settling your mind into one thing for that particular length of time. And sometimes actually I give my phone something to do. I will put it on, say, the Merlin app for birdsong, and it will be doing that for 15 minutes while I am busy doing my nature journaling. And then I've got something to come back to right at the end. After I've done my what else is here, I could sit and write down all of the birds that the app has identified for me. And that's kind of another step in the nature journaling. So as well as that, you can also try things like jotting down times that I'm noticing things. So I do have my watch, and I'm putting down thing about what time it is and what is here at that time. That keeps you going. I actually did this here for a full hour, and I was keeping notes of all of the occurrences that were happening in my one location during that particular hour. So what that does is it's always keeping you noticing. It's always keeping you looking out there, looking for something that you can then put down into your sketchbook. Now, perhaps an hour might be a bit long for you to begin with, I don't know. But even if you do 15, 20 minutes of this and you're trying to note down something that you've spotted every minute, that is going to be really, really worthwhile to, again, kind of train your attention out there instead of kind of in our phones right here. So I don't want you to feel that this is something that you can succeed or fail at. If you end up reaching for your phone anyway, that can happen. Or if you feel distracted and you kind of don't complete the exercise, it's not something that you can get wrong. It's a kind of a way of training yourself to notice and do a little bit more creative stuff every day or every time you do it. So try not to kind of punish yourself, if it doesn't work out the first couple of times. I still have a problem. I've been nature journaling for 10 years and I still have a problem with screen time. So it's not like some massive great fix. But what it can do is it can give you moments during your day, kind of little moments of peace outside where you are really trying to be here and notice what's here right now. And of course, nature journaling will improve other things as well as your kind of attention and focus and ability to withstand distraction. It will improve your drawing skills, your nature observation skills, your identification and writing skills as well. And it's also just such a good mindful practice for, kind of really developing space for thoughts to come up and arise and fall. And that can only be a good thing for us. I'm now very curious as to what would happen if I tried an experiment of not using a screen. What happens to the creativity? And what I know that a lot of people will go on like off-grid retreats and things, and I have gone on Buddhist meditation retreats before, but I want to do this at home. I want to be at home and I want to see what happens if I put all of the screens on hold for a whole week, come into the studio or go out into the field. How does my brain change and how does nature journaling change? And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to be going a full week without screens, and I'm going to vlog the entire thing, all of the artwork that I create, the books that I read, and everything that kind of changes and happens during that full week of zero screen time. So if that's something you'd like to see, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And if you'd like to find out more about nature journaling, you can sign up to my mailing list. There's a link in the description where you'll get some freebie nature journaling goodies and also a free class at the Nature Journaling Circle for you to take a look at. I'd love for you to let me know in the comments what your relationship is with screen time and phones and stuff. Have you managed to do anything to stop this from kind of polluting your mind and your attention? Let me know. I mean, I'm really interested in all of the different ways that you have dealt with this, and perhaps I will try them out in a future video as well. Thanks so much for watching this time. I'll be back soon. See you next time.